everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy and I am a full-time reseller. On today's video, I am going to go over my sales for the week of June 24th through the 30th. This week was a little bit slower. I was anticipating it probably would be just because it was the weekend before the 4th of July and then the week before people were potentially getting ready to go on vacation for this current week. So I'm assuming that people probably were not on their phones looking for items to purchase just because they were spending money in different parts of their life. I also had a lot of smaller sales going out this week. I have been trying to kind of liquidate some bad buys so that it makes room for some better purchases. So just getting into my sales, I will move over a little bit and put them here. First up is a pair of Steve Madden boots. When I first picked these up, I almost didn't when I was at the thrift store because they looked kind of cheap. I picked them up expecting them to be some sort of like no-name brand or Shein or something like that. I'm glad I picked them up. They were Steve Madden. They were faux leather. They did have very minor issues. Otherwise, they looked like they were hardly worn. And these did sell within a couple days for an offer of $80. Next up is a J. Crew top. This came in that Helpsy Source box. That was horrible. This one did just go for $18. This Athleta shirt I picked up at the bins not too long ago, probably sold within a couple weeks, and it did only go for $15. With Athleta these days, I mainly make more money on pants as opposed to tops. This vintage Croft & Barrow sweater vest I picked up based on style. The brand really didn't mean much to me. I did use keywords like Goblin Core and Woodsy. This did go for my full asking price of $19. This Thrasher shirt came in that vintage t-shirt lot that was also horrible. I am kind of getting to the point now where I am taking any offers on that stuff because I just want it gone. It's taking up space and the value of it really is not great. So this did just go for an offer of 10. There were a lot of flaws with this. Next is a Janie and Jack hat. This I got from that person on eBay that I sometimes get bulk lots from. It did only go for $14, but it is just an infant sun hat. At this point, that lot has already been paid for, so everything is profit. Kona and Soul, this came from that swimsuit bale lot that wasn't very great, and this did go for an offer of $13. That's another one where I am just trying to liquidate those out. There's only a couple, I think, left that are worth my time, and since summer is going pretty quickly, I am trying to move as much swimwear as I can right now. Next is a Torrid swimsuit. This one was a size 3X. Kind of had this cool ruffle shoulder detail and like a tie waist. There was a lot of interest on this on all platforms. I did have to relist it once, but it did finally go for an offer of $48. A New Day. I normally don't pick up like just casual dresses like this from this brand. This came in a mystery box from a like pallet store in town that was absolutely horrible. I definitely will not be doing that again. So this did only go for an offer of $15. Tommy Bahama, I picked this up at the bins. I can't believe no one else had picked this up. It was a size extra large. It was a swim dress. So it was a dress, but it had like swimsuit material, and this did go for $30. These Y2K Roxy shorts I picked up at the bins, I thought I was going to be able to kind of revive them a little bit. They were a little dingy looking. Unfortunately, I washed them. They maybe looked a little bit better, but I had to mark them down because, they weren't in excellent condition. So they did end up going for an offer of $12, but there was interest on Poshmark and Mercari. These Wild Fang pants I got at a local thrift store a couple weeks ago, and these did go for an offer of $22. This Social Distortion shirt I've had for quite a while. Depop had a bunch of people that sent me offers and just never paid for it, so finally someone did send me an offer of $20 on Poshmark. These Crocs you will see in an upcoming ThredUp unboxing, a shoe unboxing, and these were a size 12, really good condition. These sold, I think, within 2 days of listing for an offer of $20. These cool shorts I had listed and then relisted this last weekend, and they sold within 2 hours. So make sure that if you have older listings, that 30 to 60 day mark, make sure to relist them and get new eyes on them. I know a lot of people think, oh, I have 20 likes on here. I don't want to lose those likes. If someone hasn't bought the item in 30 to 60 days, more than likely they are not going to. So it's more beneficial to, get rid of the likes and start over with a new listing. And then the last item on Poshmark was this Toy Story adult like jumper, romper, I don't really know what you want to call it, with the little aliens from Toy Story. This did go for $19. Now onto Mercari. These Gloria Vanderbilt shorts I picked up based on style and fabric content and the fact that they were new with tags and an extra large. I was not anticipating making a lot of money for these, but I knew that they would probably go pretty quickly, which they did, for $14.25. That was an offer. I picked them at the bins, so probably, like $1 into these. Next up is this, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Bokudo maybe? An anime plush. I got this at the bin store in town for $1 quite a few months ago. So someone came in and bought this for full asking price of $13. This Offline by Aerie sweater was at the bins. I picked this up a couple months ago. It was a cool style, kind of slouchy, ribbed, and this did go for an offer of $22. It wouldn't be a what sold video unless I sold some Old Navy for the week. These were a pair of linen wide leg pants that were pull-on. They were new with tags and a size extra large. I'm assuming, normally I don't pay any more than $2 for Old Navy, and these did go for an offer of $20. This Thorn and Fable, I don't know anything about this brand. I did use some keywords such as grunge, goth fairy. I think that helped people that were looking for that style. This one I picked up at the bins. I've had it for a couple months, but it did finally go for an offer of $22. Now onto eBay, this Earthbound floral skirt, another one that I use keywords like hippie, gypsy, floral, pull-on, side slit. This did not take long to sell, probably maybe a month, and it did go for an offer of $19. Next up was one of my auctions. If you are new to my channel, I've started doing something where instead of just liquidating items and sending them to Plato's or ThredUp or something along those lines, I am just switching them on eBay to an auction and starting them anywhere from $3.99 to like $8.99 depending on what the brand or item is. This way I am getting more people in my store because they're looking at items that are super cheap and they're like, oh, I'll bid on that. In hopes that that will make more sales and then, help the algorithm for me. So this was just a Lauren Conrad dress. Probably 2 years ago, I was picking up almost everything from Lauren Conrad and it was kind of moving, but this one has sat forever. So this one did go for one bid of $4.99. Next up is a pair of Frigidaire ice cube trays. These are vintage ice cube trays. I got these at Goodwill, I think, for $2, and they did go for an offer of $14. These Rock Revival shorts I did pay up for, probably like $9.99, which I don't know if I should have. They did go fairly quickly. These did go to someone in Canada, so they did ask for, somewhat of a discount just because shipping is so high there, and we did settle on $38. Next is a pair of Talbot's pants. These were new with tags, a size 10 petite. I did pick these up at the bins, probably had, I don't know, maybe $2 into these, and they did go for full asking price of $26. Next is a Disney Parks zip-up hoodie. I just got this, I think, a couple weeks ago. Disney Park stuff normally does pretty well for me, but it needs to be in like excellent condition. I don't pick anything up if it has stains or holes or anything like that, just because I feel like there's so much Disney stuff out there that you want to make sure you are making it, the most enticing for your buyer to purchase it. This one did go for an offer of $20. Next is a Rachel Zoe dress. This one did just come in that new company. Was it JTC or something like that? This is the first item to sell. It did go for full asking price of $35. I'm hoping they read the description and looked at the photos because there was that small pinhole in the back. We'll find out once they, open the package and look at it. Keywords that I think helped this. I do like to use keywords, especially on items that maybe the brand isn't great or it doesn't have a brand. This one I did use flowy linen halter leg and look cover up vacation, all within the same title, in hopes that maybe one of those keywords would be something that someone's looking for. Next up is Coolie Bar. This brand is known for their sun protection. This was a long sleeve all over print, like paisley print swim top. This one did go for an offer of $23, probably sold within a month or so. And then this Tasso Elba shirt, I bought a lot of these from a family friend. He had a bunch of like vacation type tops. I am just trying to move those out at this point because, like I said, unfortunately, summer stuff, people soon are going to be looking for fall, so I'm trying to move the summer stuff. This one did only go for $15, which is fine. So on Poshmark this week, pretty similar to last week, $383.16 for 16 items sold. Mercari a little bit less with $105.25 for 6 items sold. And then eBay, unfortunately, like we're about half of what we were last week. So it was $255.22 for 9 items sold, leaving me with a gross sales amount of $743.47. And after fees and cost of goods are taken out, that leaves me with $486.19. So going into next week, I know I said that last week I was really trying to get some live sales done, but I always underestimate how much work it takes to get everything ready, steamed, put it in the shows, double checking everything for flaws. I do have everything ready to go here. I am just trying to find the right time that I will have, at least an hour that will be uninterrupted to do that. New game plan, I used to do sales that were like a size based. So it would be like a plus size show in hopes that, there would be more people that would bundle items. I'm not going to say I'm never going to do that again, but my new thing or way of thinking is to try and find things that are all new with tags for a new with tag show and then have starts of $8, $10, $15, depending on the item and the brand. And then if I have some stuff that, isn't going on these auctions that are maybe better brands that aren't new with tags, those I will put in their own show. So before I was never, putting really, decent brands, I guess you could say, like Good American, Free People, stuff like that in shows. But if I have items that just are not moving on their own, that might be enticing for someone to buy in a show. So that's kind of my new, thought process on this. We'll see how it goes. I normally in the past, like last year, got really involved in live selling. It didn't go very well, and then I kind of just stopped. So I'm hoping to really give it a good chance. I do have a bunch of hard goods that I need to look over and get that ready for a Whatnot show. Still a little hesitant with Whatnot. I did have a couple shows in the past, but the shipping is still kind of confusing to me, so I need to really deep dive into that. So let me know how your sales have been going. This week I thought for sure would be like completely dead, but surprisingly, Monday was kind of busy. I'm filming this on Tuesday. I think I had 8 sales that I packed up this morning, and we're only at noon, so we'll see how the day goes. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel, and I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!